What's going on, guys? This is Addison from Strength Squad Fitness. Today, I'm going to be bringing you week 2 of the Laurent Living Resolution Challenge, and I'm going to give you another insight on how it's going so far, if I've stuck with my goals, and I'm also going to give you a little bit of information about myself. Alright, so week 2 went pretty well. It went actually a lot better than week 1. Once you get used to the diet, it's actually very easy to stick with it. I have been able to stay strict elite. I'm still happy about that. I know I have 3 more weeks to go. We're at the end of week 2 right now, and just want to let everyone know it's going great. I feel good. Usually eating a very healthy diet, your energy goes up. You usually perform better in workouts, and just overall, I feel pretty good. Alright, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about myself so you guys can get to know me just a little bit. So, I'm 23 years old, and when I was growing up, I was never really a athletic person. When I was in school, I didn't play any sports or lift any weights, so for me to be coming out here and doing CrossFit, trying to be fit, in shape, and I guess you could say an athlete, something very, very different for me. And it's actually been a very long process trying to understand everything, because my journey with CrossFit started in 2012. Had a guy that I worked with. His name was Dustin. He owned a CrossFit gym, and I remember he just kept bugging me every single day. He's like, "Hey, come work out with me," and I was just like, "Yeah, I will. Whenever I have some time." And he just kept going on, and just I remember one day, just like, "Hey, you get off at this time at 3, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he's just like, "I better see you there today. I want you to come work out with me." And so I did. Went to the place, got my first CrossFit workout ever in. Completely kicked my butt. And I have to say, I was hooked from there on out on doing CrossFit, trying to get better with it, and just trying to figure CrossFit out, basically, because it's not complex in a sense. It's just one of those things where you're never actually good at it. You get better, and then the workouts get harder. So my fitness journey has basically been just a roller coaster of ups and downs. So I started to do the CrossFit workouts in 2012 with my friend, and they were going good. But then I switched jobs, and when I did that, I wasn't able to go at the times that his gym was open, because I would always be at work at 3, then his classes would be at 4:30. So I had to basically stop going and just sort of do my own thing for a little bit. Well, we went, myself, Ryan, and our friend Brandon, we went to South Padre Island in 2013. And I've never been like fat, but I've never been like skinny. I've always had like a little bit of, I guess, chub, you could say. And we were out on the beach. Here's Ryan. He's got his shirt off, 6-pack, everything, and I'm just sitting here thinking, man, that's what I want to look like. So obviously there's nothing I could do. We got back from South Padre Island, and I want to say it was the very next day, I was on Google. I was looking at CrossFit gyms. I was looking at their schedule, their pricing, and I finally found one which was close to my house. It was like maybe a 3-minute drive. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go to this CrossFit gym. I'm going to see if I can get a membership going and start working out. So I went, did that first workout. They offered like a 1 week free trial for you to try out. Went and did the 1 week free trial. I liked all the people that were there, and I was like, you know what? This is where I'm going to go. And I started doing CrossFit in 2013, and I did it for about 6 months straight. And after that 6 months, I quit going completely, and I'll tell you why. I stopped going because I didn't feel like I was getting any better. I had my own, my own goals that I wanted to get to, and I felt like I was just putting my entire heart and soul into it, and I wasn't getting anywhere. So instead of just, keep on going and actually looking at what could be causing me to not hit those goals, I stopped completely. And I think the worst part about me stopping was I was eating enough food to maintain my weight while I was doing CrossFit, because I didn't want to lose weight. I just wanted to lose fat. And when I quit, I didn't adjust my food accordingly. I kept eating that same amount. So I started to put on weight. And then it got worse when I left that job and got my current job. And I started working overnights, and my schedule was just wake up, eat food, go to work, go to sleep. There is no physical activity. I mean, I was sleeping from the time that I got off work until probably 2 hours before I went back into work. And as everybody knows, if you don't have any physical activity going on, you're going to put weight on pretty easily, which is what I did. So, probably at the height of all that, I want to say that I weighed, the most was probably 237 pounds, which was unheard of. And I didn't think anything of it until one day I was just like, I don't even know what I weigh. Got on the scale, I saw that number, and like something in my brain clicked, and I was just like, man, something's got to change. So here I am. I'm sitting at 237, and I'm just like, this is horrible. So I became conscious of it. I started trying to work out again, and I couldn't stay consistent. But what I did do was I cut down on food. Started to cut down on food. Started to lose just a little bit of weight. I think I lost 2 or 3 pounds. Nothing big, because I wasn't actually, being consistent with workouts or anything. So, got that. And then the opportunity for me to change my schedule from overnights to an evening shift, it was presented to me, and I took it. So I started working, during the day, like 3 to 11. And that's really when, I started to get used to that schedule. I still wasn't working out. I was just, getting used to the schedule and trying to feel everything out, I guess. And that schedule wasn't new to me. I've been working that schedule my whole life. I forgot what I needed to do with it. So I got that schedule underway. In 2016, I was actually forced to get a second job to help pay my bills, and March of 2016 is actually when I started to lose all that weight. So when I started that job, I was at 235, started working it, and by the time June rolled around, I was sitting at 215, and I'm sure some people are like, oh wow, what did you do? And I don't recommend anyone for doing this. It happened to be my schedule, and I was sort of forced to do it. During that time period of that weight loss, I only ate once a day. And the reason why I only ate once a day was because I have a hard time waking up in the mornings. I had to be up there at 8 a.m. I was waking up at 7:30. Get dressed, walk out the door and go. I'd get off at 1, go home, I'd take a shower, and I decided it was best for me, either before or when I got to work, go and I ate one big lunch, and that held me over for the rest of the day. So that's what I did. I don't recommend anybody doing that, but it's what I did. So I started getting that going. Once I got all that weight off, I don't know if it's just my body or in my head. I have a way of regulating that weight and trying not to put it back on. And your weight fluctuates throughout the day. It could go up a couple of pounds. It could go down a little bit. But I was actually able to keep all that off until I tried to start the ketogenic diet, which I'll make a separate video over that. But anyways, so I did ketogenic diet. I lost some more weight, got off of it, put just a little bit back on. It was probably just water weight. And now here in January, I'm back doing CrossFit. I'm doing that challenge, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. And I told myself before 2017 came around that 2017 was going to be my year to not only get back into it, but basically put the final nail in the coffin for weight loss. So those are my goals for 2017, is just stick with it, don't quit again, and just finish it. Basically, people always ask, if you could go back in time, what would you tell your other self? And I told myself I'd go back in time to 2013, and I would tell myself in 2013 not to quit. And yeah, that's the truth. I ended up, gaining all that weight. Now I'm on the journey to losing it. I'm pretty happy. I'm, trying my hardest to stay consistent, trying not to, quit or anything. But you just have to remember, it's just 1 hour out of your life that you have to go and, do a workout. I mean, if you can't spare an hour to work out, you need to free up some time. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow this journey, or you liked what you see, consider subscribing. Like the video, maybe share it with your friends. If you want, we have our own Instagram. It's at Strength Squad Fitness. We also have a Facebook page and a Snapchat, and all three of those will be in the description below. Hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.